we're starting already. Hi friends, Alex Kais here, and this is a home in Seattle. As a realtor, I see a lot of kitchens. 60s electrical systems, 70s colors, 80s layouts, and 90s cabinets. Kitchens are often the focal point of a home. I know it's where I spend most of my time. So a quality kitchen is a top priority for many home buyers. But if your dream home is in need of a kitchen facelift, it's often easier than you think. I'm a big fan of IKEA kitchens. Now, Kendall and I have done 3 kitchen remodels over the past few years, so I like to think that I know a little bit about them. If your cabinets just need to be brought back to life, then you might consider a simple paint job. Hiring it out will still cost you, but many people find cabinet painting to be a manageable DIY project. You'll just want to make sure you thoroughly sand and choose a quality primer and high gloss paint. Do not skimp on paint quality. You will regret it. Here's a few before and afters of a cabinet paint job I did a few years ago. I don't remember the exact numbers, but the paint job in this small kitchen definitely cost less than $400. Throw in the butcher block countertops, new hardware, tile work, new appliances, and in all, this DIY condo kitchen cost us less than $3,000. But what if your cabinets are just not salvageable? Kitchens are expensive. You can easily spend $20,000, $30,000, even $40,000 for a custom kitchen. And I don't know, if the kitchen's where you're going to be spending most of your time and you can afford it, then I'm all for splurging on getting it just right. But there is another way. I recommend IKEA cabinets to my clients all the time. They're fairly affordable, DIY friendly, and fairly attractive too. So if you've been pondering a kitchen redo and wondering if these promises are true, let's get into the pros and cons of IKEA kitchens.
Oh, I'm just stirring this chicken noodle soup that you've been cooking all day. I like to come home and do the last stir, as if I've been slaving all day. We're using the leftover chicken from the Home in Seattle Culinary Institute cooking class that we did last week. I think you could check that out above or something like that. You gotta check this out. I'm gonna get a little dill weed from my epic IKEA spice drawer. One of the best parts of the kitchen. We're gonna need a lot more salt than that. Okay, so this is one of the best features of our IKEA kitchen, this corner Lazy Susan cabinet. We have a pretty big kitchen, which is nice, but has a ton of drawers. The designer at IKEA helped us. We originally had a couple different drawer configurations, but she pointed out that it would be better to have them all look the same, meaning small, medium, large in every spot, so that the lines are kind of continuous. This is our favorite feature in the kitchen. It's a massive sink. We bought the sink and designed the kitchen around it. It has a built-in drying rack, super deep. Definitely recommend getting your own sink because it's kind of like the feature item of the kitchen. Didn't really love any of the IKEA sink options. They were pretty small. So this was our splurge.
When you buy an IKEA kitchen, the cabinet boxes are all the same. You just choose what fronts to install. Lower cabinets are all the same size, but there's a few different size options for the uppers and a number of great drawer options. Cabinets are relatively easy to put together and are all made of a durable MDF. This black kitchen in our downstairs apartment is one of the lower cost options. For this kitchen, we chose not to order IKEA countertops, instead going for a butcher block option from Lumber Liquidators. We chose the sink from IKEA, found the appliances on Craigslist, and in all, this kitchen cost about $4,000, and I assembled it myself in about a week. You'll start by designing your kitchen at home with IKEA's online design tool. This will take some measuring and figuring, but overall I've found it's pretty easy to use. Once you have your layout, schedule an in-person appointment at IKEA's kitchen department. This is one area where I was pleasantly surprised. The IKEA kitchen department is staffed with really knowledgeable employees. They helped us tweak our design and asked a lot of questions that helped us get things just right. If there's one con in terms of the design process, it's that wait times at IKEA can be really long. However, I've found that once it's your turn, you get the complete undivided attention of your kitchen representative. I recommend scheduling an appointment for early in the morning and dedicating an entire day to the ordering process. The good news is that IKEA has plenty of snacks to sustain you throughout the day. For our upstairs kitchen, we selected the Grimslav cabinet doors. I still need to adjust a few of them so that they line up correctly. I put the look of the IKEA cabinets in the pro column. I really like the design and aesthetic of most of their cabinet options. And you can add some unique style by finding your own hardware or just find inspiration from the IKEA warehouse. Okay, sure, there's probably plenty of ways to make your IKEA kitchen look a little bit more custom and unique. But one con is that because they're mass produced, your kitchen will probably end up looking similar to hundreds of thousands of other people's. I should mention that there's plenty of companies out there that make custom doors for IKEA cabinets. So you could opt to just buy the cabinet bases from IKEA and then go somewhere like Semi-Handmade to find custom fronts. This will still save you a lot of money, but get you that high-end, a little bit more custom look that you might be wanting. Since we plan on selling our home in a few years, we chose a design that we thought would appeal to a lot of home buyers. We kept the color palette neutral, chose mid-range appliances, and didn't really do anything crazy with the layout. Although, what would be a crazy layout? We also chose to go with IKEA quartz countertops, and while the colors can be a little limited, I found that it's one of the cheaper options when you're looking for quartz. They also have a variety of laminate and butcher block options if you're looking for that. Now, I wasn't about to measure and cut quartz myself, so we did end up going with one of IKEA's subcontractors for countertop installation. And that's another pro. The turnaround time was fairly quick. I think from the time that they came to measure and install, we only had to wait for about 2 weeks.
We're always trying to save a dime, which is why we opted to pick up all the pieces to this IKEA kitchen from the warehouse ourselves. I do not recommend this. You will not regret spending an extra few $100s to have it delivered to your house. Unloading over 100 boxes in the dark, in the rain, because it's always raining here, was one of the more miserable nights of our lives. We had a few little glitches with our cabinet order, and the problem with that is that in order to install the countertops, the cabinet order had to be squared away. So what ended up happening was that we were being bounced around from the countertop subcontractor back to IKEA, which meant basically being on hold for, well, hours. It was a bit of a headache, so I have to put the whole order process in the con category.
IKEA appliances have the trademark Scandinavian names, but they're really just Whirlpool brand. And there's nothing wrong with ordering your appliances from IKEA, and there's something to be said for the convenience of buying everything in one spot. But we opted to get an appliance bundle from Home Depot in order to get a little bit more of a high-end look and a better price. So, in summary, I don't really recommend getting all of your appliances at IKEA because I think you can get a better look and a better price elsewhere. I'm also not a huge fan of IKEA sinks. Their options are kind of limited, and even the biggest one has a pretty small basin. We splurged on this $400 stainless farmhouse sink and have absolutely no regrets. It's our favorite feature in the kitchen. It's absolutely fine to order non-IKEA items. Just account for the measurements in your design. And appliances come in a fairly standard size, so it's fine to worry about them after the fact. Our marriage was in crisis when I used a Sharpie to mark measurements for all of the handles, and the Sharpie wasn't quite covered up by all the handles.
But this actually revealed another pro of the IKEA cabinet system. They're super easy to clean. This Mr. Clean Magic Eraser cleaned off the Sharpie from the white cabinets, and you can't even tell it was ever there. And this video is not even sponsored by Mr. Clean. It's magical.
I know I promised a balanced assessment, so here's the biggest con to the IKEA kitchen. Because of the MDF core, scratches are almost impossible to get rid of. Right after we finished installation, I discovered this gash. Here, come look at it. I have no idea how this happened. The materials make it impossible to sand and paint, so we ended up having to order an entirely new door just to fix a small scratch. On the other hand, the IKEA cabinets are generally well made and don't scratch too easily. In summary, as you can probably tell, we're pretty big fans of the IKEA kitchen. They have great drawer and shelf features, a clean modern look, great durability, and it all comes in at a pretty affordable cost. But you're probably wondering how much it does cost.
Allow me. So here are the rough numbers, keeping in mind that we have a pretty large kitchen. The cabinets, cabinet faces, toe kicks, all the little parts of the IKEA cabinet system cost us just over $4,000. Our gray quartz countertops ordered through IKEA cost just over $3,000. We ordered our appliances through Home Depot, and we ordered them as a bundle to save a little money. So the oven, microwave, dishwasher, and refrigerator all cost us in total just over $4,000. For a grand total of about $12,000 for a completely brand new, what I like to call IKEA and then some kitchen.
We saved money by installing the cabinets ourselves, ordering an appliance bundle at Home Depot, and getting all of the IKEA stuff during IKEA's annual kitchen event sale. So I hope this IKEA kitchen pro and con list was helpful, and as always, if you're thinking about making a home in Seattle, send me a message.
Bye.
Bye.